You're locked in to TriniSpiceFM, bringing you the best known and less known soca, Caribbean and urban music from around the world. And around the world. TriniSpiceFM. Good vibes. Good vibes only.
Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, 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 tender.
TriniSpiceFM.
Hey, want to say what's up, y'all? Welcome to TriniSpiceFM's Island Brunch.
Yo,
I'm your host, DJ PRS1, Reagan. We also have, gracing us with his presence today, Brandon J. McLaren.
what's up, man?
If you guys are not familiar, Brandon J has been on, he's actor, director, he does a little bit of producing as well. He even does music. But Brandon, most recently, is on the new Turner and Hooch on Disney Plus. You guys can go check it out. Those of you who, watch Netflix, he was also on Netflix. Was at Firefly Lane. Check him out. Great guy. And for my fans out there, my Trini fans out there, he also has Caribbean heritage. All right.
Yeah.
So Brandon, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? Yeah, my mom's from Trinidad. My dad's from Grenada. So I'm always back in the islands, trying to represent, trying to big everybody up.
That's good. So where in Trinidad is mom's from?
Mom's from Port of Spain.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're right back to Savannah, right?
Right there on Cipriani Boulevard. That's where their house was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. When was the last time you've been down there?
I was there 2019. I went back for Carafesta.
Right. And then after that, I know the pandemic hit. And that was
Pandemic hit right after, but I was in Trinidad for Carafesta. I did an acting workshop there, actually.
That's pretty cool.
For Carafesta, and it was great, man. It was great to go back. It's nice to go back, not just to line, but to go and try to contribute in some kind of other way. And it was great. I met a lot of good people. Lisa Wickham from TTV became a good friend of mine.
Gotcha.
I got to big up Alicia Baptiste. I met her there, and we've become real good friends. And I'm hoping to go back to Trinidad for Christmas, maybe. But we'll see what happens with this.
Yeah, the pandemic allows it.
This COVID thing is bad, yeah, man.
Right, I know. Hopefully we could probably link up down there. That would probably be cool.
Yeah, man. You think of going for Christmas as well, or?
Yeah, we usually go down for Christmas as well. So if we do, we probably could. I'll keep in touch.
Of course.
We gotta give a shout out to Trini Cindy. Trini
Cindy. Yeah, she's the one who linked us together.
Yeah, linked us up together. So
Alicia linked me with
shout out to
Trini.
Trini Cindy.
Trini,
Check out her show. She has her show on Instagram, folks. If you guys haven't been looking, now I see a couple you are already on there. If you drop your comments, Brandon can see it. So if you want to say hi to Brandon, drop your comments in the in the comment spots, and that way we can say hi to Brandon. Once you guys jump on there. Any questions you want to ask him? Just we're on here for about 30 minutes, so let's put some questions out. Anything you want to know, and I don't think he's answering personal stuff. We'll probably have to DM him.
Yeah. We leave that out.
Right. So tell me, man, on a day when you're not, behind the camera or when you're just hanging out, when you're just Brandon hanging out at home, what do you do on a typical, let's say a Saturday? What's the Saturday morning, chilling home? What's
Saturday morning? I kind of picked up gardening over the pandemic because everybody was locked down, and I have a pretty big yard. So I like to go out in my garden and tend to my fruits and veggies. I like to run a lot.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I want to just give a quick shout out. Last year, I ran the New York Marathon for this charity in Grenada called Reach Within.
Okay.
They have spots in the New York Marathon again this year. If anybody wants to run, it's a great charity. It's helping out Grenadian kids who grow up in orphanages, trying to transition them into normal life. Reachwithin.org is the website. You could go on there and get all the information. My knees are kind of mashed up, so I can't run this year. But I ran it last year. It was an incredible experience.
Right. That's good to hear, man. That's good stuff. I didn't take you as a runner.
Nah, well, I played college soccer. I played D1 college soccer.
Right.
So
and did you also play football as well?
just soccer. Yeah,
just soccer. I think I did see some stuff on you with you playing soccer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now the other question is, do you know martial arts?
No, you know what? I don't. I do a little bit of Muay Thai, and I've been doing that over like the last 3 years. But it was funny. I guess there's a tie into the Power Rangers, right?
That's what I was leading up to. For the guys that don't know out there, yes, he was the Red Power Ranger, or is the main Power Ranger.
Yeah. It was funny when I auditioned for it. They wanted us to do like a 1 minute martial arts routine.
Oh wow!
So I had to like hire a guy, and we had to put together like this 60 and 60 seconds of anything is actually a long time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But no, I'm not a martial artist by trade. No.
Oh, okay. You know, because it's so crazy. Little backstory.
Yeah.
My oldest son, he's 21 now. He was having trouble in school, and he had he got bad grades one time. So my sister and I, are like drilling him. He's only about, I want to say he was about 6 or 7 years old at the time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, man, you need to get your books together, get your work together. I need you to study. You know what? You do, and my sister goes, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? You got to work towards what you want to be.
Yeah.
And he's there like almost in tears and stuff because he's kind of, not reaming him out, but we were kind of like, what do you want to be? You want to be successful. What do you want to be? And he was like, a Black Power Ranger. And I swear we were like, trying to keep a straight face.
That's incredible, though.
I was trying to keep such a straight face, but she looked at me, the looks we gave each other like, oh my God, that wasn't what we expected. That wasn't the answer. Like, how do you study to become a Black Power Ranger?
I'm so grateful that I got to play that role. I don't know, at the time I didn't think I had any idea how impactful it would be to young minority kids. And it was only until 10 years later when I started to do the convention circuit.
Yeah, right.
And I would get, I would get all 20-year-olds being like, yo, man, I grew up on you. You were an integral part of my childhood.
Right.
And, I never seen somebody who looked like me in a position of leadership, Right. And then you realize oh man, that was important. And so I feel super grateful just to be able to have any kind of impact.
Right, and that's pretty good to have, on your resume, hey, I used to be a Power Ranger.
Yeah, because there's only, 30 Red Rangers in the whole history of the world.
Right. And it's so weird because my kids now, they're the younger ones, the younger kids right now, my youngest is 12 going on 13.
Right.
And they have watched the Power Rangers. And, I mean, they've watched your Power Ranger. So it's it's not like it's a new one. It's wow, so it's still running and it's still affecting kids even now.
Yeah. I think
at one point we were like, what are you all watching, man? What is that? Because it had the big monsters and stuff in it. And it was like, what are you guys looking at?
Yeah, no, I think it'll always have an impact, in 10 years when a kid who's 8 or 9 maybe getting bullied in school because the way he looks or whatever, he can watch that and maybe gain some confidence in that.
Right.
So there's no greater thing than that.
I know, right? So, going back to the Caribbean, what's one of your favorite foods?
I mean, for me, a good oil dung is
wow.
You know what I mean? Every time I go back to Grenada, I have the first thing I do is I have to touch down, I have to get an oil down.
Right.
I have to get a curry goat.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get a bacon shark, right?
Right.
No, that's top 3 for me.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I know, when we get off, as soon as we land in Trinidad, we get out the get off the airport. First 2 things I'm looking for is a Carib and
the bar right outside the airport. Before I check for my luggage, I gotta get a beer. Yeah, for sure.
Carib and doubles, because I know we landed one time and this guy brought us KFC and I'm like, dude, KFC? I don't want no KFC, man. I'm in Trinidad. Unless this is some yard fall running around.
Although I have to say, the KFC in Trinidad hits a little different.
Yeah, it do.
You know what I mean?
Even the McDonald's.
Yeah, it hits a little. They put a little something in there. I don't know when they back.
Like I want a McDoubles.
Yeah. Yo, how they? Yo, you gotta pitch that to McDonald's, bro.
I know, right? In Trinidad, you gotta look. I want a McDoubles and a McRoti.
Yeah. That seems like a natural fit.
Right. Because it's the island. You gotta have something like that, right?
McDoubles, man, for sure.
A McDoubles or a McRoti.
Yeah.
What's the other questions going on? Oh, Turner and Hooch. So give us a little rundown on Turner and Hooch. How'd you get on there?
It's on Disney Plus right now. You can go on Disney Plus and get it. Episode 4 just aired. Episode 5 airs on Wednesday. It comes out every Wednesday, and it's basically like a continuation of the original Tom Hanks movie. Josh Peck plays Tom Hanks' son, Scott Turner. In the show, Tom Hanks' character is passed, so Josh is just trying to sort of honor his dad by following in his footsteps and becoming a U.S. Marshal. And in the first episode, this dog gets dropped off at his door from his sister, and kind of like how Tom was in the original movie, he's super A-type, and this dog comes in and kind of just mash up his whole life. Right. And so I play his partner, Xavier Wilson, an ex-Marine who's a little bit different. And
you guys were now I think in the original they were police officers. But
they were
actually U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, so now we're U.S. Marshals.
And
me and Scott are partners.
You guys had to get trained for it, right? Didn't you guys get, at least some of your characters, some of your, co-actors got...
a little bit. It was difficult because we shot like mid-pandemic.
Right.
So I've done other shows. Like I did a show called Graceland on USA Network. Where we were all undercover federal agents, and we trained with the because we shot that in Miami. We trained with the Fort Lauderdale PD for like 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
But during the pandemic, people weren't really doing that.
Right.
So we did a little bit of definitely like a pared down version of what we would normally do.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's great. It's an action comedy. It's a great family show. It's hilarious, but it's also, there's like a lot of car chases and shootouts. So it has a little bit of something for everybody.
I know, so the last episode, I mean, you were like major in the last episode.
Yeah.
And you played a character called Xavier. That's the
Xavier Wilson. Yeah.
From Hawaii or whatever. And I swear, man, your character is so different from how you are right now. I mean, you do a good job with Xavier. Xavier, I think one of my favorites was when Scott comes to you and basically is trying to ask you to come onto the case.
Yeah.
And you gave him such a dry answer. You're playing on the keyboards and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'll run the clip when we actually put it up on the
Okay.
I'll run that clip so they can check you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It was great. This is like probably the most comedic show that I've ever done.
Right.
Matter of fact, so I did a movie on Bounce TV.
I saw that one, The Pastor.
Marry Me This Christmas. That was a comedy as well. So if anybody watching now, you can go on Bounce TV. I'm sure you could check that out. That was like the first kind of like comedy that I did, and then right after that, I got Turner and Hooch. Right. So kind of doing like 2 comedies back to back, and it's great. I like it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So when you have to reach for that character that you play, when you play Xavier, is that like somebody you know in your life, or is that like?
No, man, I don't think anybody knows a character like Xavier. He's so weird.
That's what I'm saying. He's so eccentric, weird type kind of guy. He's like one of those guys that got, he's unorthodox. He's got, all these. The hot sauce incident, that was something.
Yeah, the diaper incident. For me, it was like trying to figure out how to like play him. Right. Like it's funny, like when you're an actor, like a large part of acting is like listening and paying attention to like the person you're acting opposite or the people around you.
Gotcha.
Xavier's like the exact opposite. Like he's not aware of any of like the typical stimuli around him. He's like operating on like a whole different
level, right?
Yeah, so all the things that you would normally do as an actor, you have to like work against that and kind of make up your own reality.
Gotcha.
And I think that's what I try to do with him. You know, he's like, while other stuff is going on here, he's thinking about a completely different thing.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of the comedy comes from.
That's pretty nice. So, so I know when we were talking before, you actually sent me your music. Like, I didn't even know you actually did music.
Yeah, man.
And the first song you sent me was I think it was you and your brothers. And it's called Sequel. The song's called Sequel.
I think my brother might be watching right now. So Brenty, if you're watching, you hear we talking about Sequel. I told you.
Yeah. Yo, we're gonna spin this on Trini Spice. I'm gonna drop that song and spin it. The intro is fire. I love the intro.
Hold on, let me ask you. I'm gonna tell you that intro is actually my father.
Really?
Yeah, that's my dad. You brought him in the studio, and there's a funny story with that intro.
Because you know when as soon as you sent it to me and I listened to it, I hit you back. I said, "Yo, the intro is fire."
So there's a story behind the intro.
Right,
so
it's the whole Trini thing, right?
My dad grew up in Grenada, and he said stories about how when he was growing up in Grenada, he's from Grenville in Grenada. Like guys would go to Trinidad and come back like a month later talking like a Trinidadian, right? Yeah, with a gold teeth and thing, you know what I mean? Like they come back and also the Trinidadian. And so what my dad is saying there, it's actually like a story that one of his friends told him when he was in Trinidad about a big fight that broke out.
Right.
And my dad would say that to us growing up, like all our lives. So me and my brother had an idea. We're like, let's get dad into like just do that little bit in the intro.
Right.
And
that's nice, man.
Another hit really quick. My cousins in Toronto produced it. They made that beat.
Oh wow.
And they're big soca DJs in Toronto. They're called the Freshmen. So Kieran, Kyle, big up yourself. Freshmen, Toronto.
Freshmen. Yep. Link us up on TriniSpiceFM. Freshmen, you got any stuff you want to send me?
Yeah. I'll make the link.
Put it on the air.
Maybe I'll send you their Instagram page and you can reach out to them and tell them that.
That'll work, man.
Cool.
So, let me see. What was the other question I was going to ask? Yeah. My sister and I usually do this thing where we go, and you see, I'm not too sure if it's going to fit for you. I would say Carib or Budweiser.
Carib.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go Carib. What in the world?
There's that noise in the background?
No, my Siri just came on. I mean, not Siri. Sorry, Alexa.
Yeah, no problem.
Alexa just started chatting in the back of me. I think we must have said something with her name. I don't know. But she probably heard Trinidad and food and whatever. So in stateside, you grew up where? LA?
No, I grew up in Vancouver, Canada, actually.
Okay. I think I did see something with that in Canada. Now, is that how you got linked to the Power Rangers?
No, man. I mean, I was in Canada at the time when I auditioned for it. But that was just like through my agent. I think I got cast in that in 2004 and we shot in 2005.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty neat. So what was, I guess, what was it like? I mean, how many siblings? Is it just you and your brother?
Me and my brother. I also have an older brother who was born in Grenada. Yeah, he's
right.
Yeah. So me and my brother, my younger brother Brent, we grew up we kind of grew up. He's like 5 years younger than me, so 4 years younger than me.
Right. So what was it like growing up in a household with two different Caribbean parents?
It was pretty seamless, I have to say. Like I never realized
competition at the dinner table. Well, and
my mother would talk about, Grenadians can't make curry, and then my dad would be like, well, Trinidadians, all their dumplings too soft, all they can't make, you know what I mean? That's not all done, that's callaloo soup. So there was back and forth, but it was like seamless, and like I never really realized it was a thing until, like when you meet a friend who has both parents from the same islands. But for us, it was great because we would always get to go to both places growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That was it's probably pretty nice.
Yeah, so like Trinidad, we would go for like the big parties, and Grenada is so nice and chill, and the beaches are great. So we had to kind of have like the best of both worlds. And Grenada and Trinidad have a very sort of close relationship, just based on the proximity, right?
Yeah, most of the Caribbean islands, they tend to we get along. So we're
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're pretty close.
Right. Yeah, so that's the good thing, except that we all tend to have that nice, those accents.
Yeah.
Jamaicans has that aggressive accent. All the time they're trying to fight. They can be the sweetest people, but they just sound like they're gonna kick your ass.
Listen, I don't want no Jamaicans coming for me, so I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying no comment.
I have a lot of Jamaican friends. They're the most awesome people I know. Some of them are really nice, but it's the way their accent comes across. It comes across rough, man.
Yeah, they can put out a cutlass at any time. Like,
yeah, like. I mean, if you had a girlfriend and she's trying to tell you I love you, you say it, and you feel like, wait a minute, you just threatened me?
Yeah, baby, are we breaking up? Like, what happened? Yeah.
Right.
For real.
Oh man, hey, so great talking to you. We got about what, a couple more minutes? 10 more minutes. I'm hoping people drop some comments. I'm seeing a couple people. A lot of people are looking, but nobody.
Really? I don't even know. Can I see if people are on there? I don't know. I can't see. I don't know.
On the right now, I'm seeing 2.
You seeing 2? Okay.
Yeah. Are you seeing that on the top? It says live 2044, and it says like 2 for now. But oh, maybe just on my screen.
Maybe it's just on your end. But it's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah, it's been fluctuating back and forth. Like I had 1438, it dropped down to 2. It's
okay,
moving back and forth. Right. So people are looking, they just not commenting.
No problem.
Right. And a lot of people, I guess, they're getting familiar with who you are because a lot of the Caribbean people probably like, oh, it's just some Rastafarian guy.
Yeah. Oh, good. And are you guys, like, this will play on Facebook and stuff as well, right?
Right. Because once they get familiar, and Hooch and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh my God, it's that was him. That was great.
Cool, man.
I gotta say, you're really down to earth. I mean, for somebody of your caliber and the amount of shows and stuff that I've seen on your resume and what's on you, I didn't think when I hit you up for this interview it would have been possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Listen, like, it's important to me to always try to like big up the culture. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, it's like another story. So at the Hooch premiere in LA, I got a Trinidadian designer to dress me. So they made a custom suit. Dog Creations, big up Dog, DAWW on Instagram. So they dressed me for the show. So like stuff like that is really important to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just trying to put the culture on the forefront and showcase it in a way that, that's sort of what do you call it? Just opens it up to like a broader audience. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. That's nice. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah.
We gotta push the Caribbean culture out there. I mean, as much as we can, because it's been the Caribbean culture has been around forever.
Yeah, man.
It's just everybody knows Indian culture. They know, Chinese. They know this. They know that. But the Caribbean culture is so non-violent, peaceful type thing that's how I started this station. I started TriniSpiceFM, and I made no money from it. Feel free to sponsor, anybody listening out there. But it's straight out of my pocket, basically. Yeah. But I do it for the love of the culture, the love of the music, to get the message out there, and stuff like this. Like talking to you, show them Caribbean people in major places.
Yeah,
we're everywhere,
places, right? And there's so much opportunity, and there's so much like unexcavated like stories and experiences that people aren't really aware of. And I think one of my greater goals is to like really sort of like tell our sort of like unique story. You know what I mean? Because I do believe that it's just there's so much unexplored territory to mine, and we're so much more than just like soca and fetting. Like there's so much more rich
more to us. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And
it's the like there's so much racism in the world. Like for example, the Virgin Islands, St. Croix. St. Croix and St. Thomas. When all this stuff was going on about racist police and all that stuff, and everywhere was showing their support. Unfortunately, the Virgin Islands was like, well, we can't do that. We can't because we don't have racist cops.
Right.
Because everybody's blended. It's a blend. It's they're not racist. So it's
right.
They couldn't support. They showed support from a distance. Hey, we support you guys, but we can't go against our cops because they're not racist. And growing up in the islands, I grew up in the islands and stuff like that. I never saw racism until I got to the States and, you know, the big islands, the bigger countries.
Right.
I really saw racism, and I'm like, oh wow, it's real. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but it made me now want to push. Hey, you guys need to see how we get along.
Right. There's an alternative. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
the thing about it, I look Indian. My dad's Indian. My mom is mixed. My mom is black and Indian, and you know, everybody gets along. Man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We got Chinese people there, and everybody gets treated with love and respect. And that's cool.
100%.
Love, respect, good vibes. And it's in your situation, your mom and dad are from two different countries. Two different countries. Yeah. And you know, it's one of those things where Caribbean people, we just love each other. Come on, we'll just show you some love. Yeah,
it works well.
Right. So I guess we're getting ready to wrap up in about 5 more minutes.
Okay, man.
Where can everybody reach out to you? If anybody wants to follow you on Instagram and
okay, so on Instagram, I'm at Brandon Jay McLaren, as you see my name on the bottom. On Twitter, I'm at Brando BrandoJay at Brando J. So yeah, give me a follow if you want to keep up with everything that's going on with Turner and Hooch. And even on the music front, me and my brother, I think, are going to go and record a couple more singles at the end of the month. So hopefully we'll have some new music to put out then. But yeah, and just everything else that's going on.
Yeah, that's great, man. Hey, and you guys want to hear more stuff from Brandon? You know, any of his music, it'll be on TriniSpiceFM. It's spinning on there. I'm putting them all in rotation.
I appreciate the spins, man, and I'll link you with the DJ in Toronto.
Caribbean stuff, you know what I mean? So that's pretty nice. What else I got to say? Good luck with Turner and Hooch.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on our show.
I appreciate you. And if you're in Trinidad and Christmas, man, let me link up. Right?
We'll link up, man.
All right.
I'm gonna jump off the live for now, but if you just hang tight, we'll chat some more.
Okay, cool, man.
So,
all right. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thanks for everybody. Thanks for watching TriniSpice Island Brunch. I'm your host, DJ PRS1, and this was my one of my special guests here, Brandon J. McLaren. Check him out. He's on Disney's Plus, Turner and Hooch. Don't miss the episode. We're already in the fourth one. You always binge watch until you can get to that point, and then keep watching. All right.